So guys, actually that's kind of crazy. I don't know why I did that. Uh, so as you guys know, from the last 3 videos, I said I'm quitting video games. Still haven't played them. I'm also not watching TV. And actually, I recently deleted Instagram as well too. And so, you know, I just kind of want to be like, I don't even know how I should start the videos, but this is all about being genuine anyway. So it really doesn't matter at this point. But I don't know what I should say. I think I know what I'm start saying. I'm not gonna say it this video, but I think I know what I'm start saying. Anyway, let me continue on. So this video today will be about how the last couple of days have gone. I mean, just not masturbating at all. And kind of like how it's kind of like how I've gone through this route of not masturbating before, and actually working on self improving myself, which is what all this is about, and how I went from self improving myself, and I actually did self improve myself a lot, and I got the body I wanted. I got the not fame, but I became better in a sense because I went through this journey of no fap and fucking not masturbating and just straight up waking up at 6, which I'm doing now, but waking up at 6, working out, which even then I was still like a fucking moron because I was still playing video games. So I'll wake up at 6 in the fucking morning, work out, then I would just hop back on the game. I didn't read. I did not watch YouTube or not watch the game or not watch TV. But instead, I worked out, and then I hopped on the game. Then I later on, like at night, or sometimes maybe in the afternoon or something like that, like around 1 or some shit, I'll work out again, and then I'll work out. So I worked out at night. So pretty much I worked out 3 times a day, and it was all the same workout and shit like that. So it really was just about working out. So I guess I just wanted a fit fucking body and shit. And I got that body. That's the body I have now. And well, actually, no, my abs. I was trying to bulk up for a little bit because I realized that I'm not the weight I'm supposed to be at my age. And so I was trying to bulk up and shit so then I can eventually cut, which is what I'm kind of doing now because I'm still working out. And I'm about to start hitting the fucking gym 2 times a week, except on a Saturday and Sunday when I start school. So I'm not doing it now because they won't let me in my fucking gym because some shit about the lease. So they won't let me in my gym here. Plus the equipment don't even work. So and then So instead I'm doing home workouts. So I'm just doing home workouts in the meantime. I'm just running, which is a good way to kind of lose some of the fat and some of the weight. I think I lost I want to say I lost a lot of pounds and shit, but I honestly forgot. I have to see tonight because I know when I stepped on the scale this morning I was like 28.5. That's very heavy for me. Usually, before I started bulking up and eating as much food as possible, eating more food and shit, I started eating junk food and shit like pretzels and fucking a strawberry sundae every not Sunday, but yeah, actually, no, it wasn't Sunday. It was a smoothie, strawberry smoothies and shit, trying to fucking gain as much fat and shit as possible. So then I can eventually cut down on my fucking my stomach. Okay, my arms are still good, my chest is still good. My fucking my physical features are still good, except for my stomach and except for my abs. I still have like a V line, but like it's still like it's like I have more gut fat. I don't know. I don't kind of want to like fucking flash on fucking show you, but like yeah, like you can still kind of see, especially if I like that's me breathing in. If I just like loosen it up, this is fucking fat. This is fat right here. This is all fucking fat. You can tell like from the size. Like this shit that's fucking over this fucking shorts. This fucking shit right here. That's fat. That shit that's moving is fat. That's not. It's not good. So, well, it's good for me because I was super fucking skinny, and so of course it was easy for me to get abs because that's really the only type of thing my body could gain at the time because I was so skinny. That's when I started first working out. But then, the thing about working out is, at least to my understanding, and somebody can fucking tell me if I'm wrong, but it's that if you work out and you stop for a long time, that muscle that you built will turn into fat. And not all of it will turn back into fat, but if you start eating food and trying to bulk up and shit, that muscle will turn into fat. Like you still see I have the muscle, but now it's just kind of like it's covered up by this layer of fat. Especially you can see it when I'm fucking sitting down. Like, see, like as I'm breathing, like it kind of shows. But like, really, this is a fucking gut. This is not. This is not as fucking fit as I want it to be. My arms are still fucking great. I always work on my fucking arms, but now my stomach and just like my abs are not the same as what they used to be. Where like it was just way better looking, and so but now I'm hitting ab workouts, sit ups, leg raises. When I go to the gym, I'm gonna be doing more ab workouts too. I have to see what there is. But yeah, so I'm really just trying to get like a really shaped body and trying to build like a lean body. So I'm focusing on that. And so when I go to school, definitely gonna be in the gym. Because here's the thing. Even when I was working out during the fucking summer, when I was doing self improvement before, because again, like I said, I've done this before. This is back. Uh, when was this? This was back COVID year. This is back COVID year when I was fucking masturbating like a fucking little rat or some shit, and it was fucking horrible because I had nowhere to go, nothing to do. I'm not like, yeah, I don't think I played basketball at the time. I had a friend and he was cool, but like after freshman year, we didn't like really talk again until next year when I built like a good body and shit like that. And then we was able to go to school. That was my junior year. Sophomore year is when fucking COVID had happened. At the end of freshman year, COVID happened all the way through sophomore year, then summer, and then junior year. And so all the way through sophomore fucking year, because I was so much like connected to the internet at the time, and I had nothing to do, and we were all online, and you could turn off your cameras and shit. I would this is how bad it was. I would literally be fucking fapping, right? The fucking teacher be doing some fucking lesson or some shit. I'll have my camera off. Everybody will have their cameras off and shit. I have my microphone off. Some classes I had let us have my microphone and camera off. I would literally be fucking fapping and like the restroom or some shit. Teacher wouldn't even fucking know. Or in the same fucking room as this fucking teacher. And then I would literally be fucking fapping, which is disgusting as fuck. And then I would fucking be masturbating and fapping like 3 times a fucking day. And then I was like, and then I started like watching the self improvement videos and shit. Sophomore summer, again, we're not in school because it's the summer for sophomore year. But during sophomore year, it was bad. It was bad. I was just having all day. I was still fucking skinny and still like a fucking dweeb and shit. And I still gotta show y'all my fucking picture, freshman year to junior year. But yeah. And so I started like, I started going on self improvement and watching the same guy that I'm watching now. But now I'm not gonna fucking stop. Like this time, I'm just gonna keep doing this for the rest of my fucking life until I become like fucking Andrew Tate or some shit. That's really kind of like my fucking goal. I want to be fucking successful. I want to sleep with as many women as possible. I want to fucking get money, build a masculine body, and be able to keep that body. Like, and I just want to be socially like, just socially like, if not available, but like, cause it probably won't be for most of this time. But I want to be more sociable and shit, and I want to go out to party and not only be the one invited to party, but be the one to invite people to party and just be more social and just have more friends and just stuff like that, simple shit like that. And so, uh, but back to the fucking story. I started watching Self Improvement, right? Same thing I'm doing now, and I started listening. I started waking up early. I did that myself, by the way. The waking up part of that, I didn't hear this guy tell me you should wake up fucking like 4 or 6 o'clock in the morning. No, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna wake up fucking super early, or maybe I did. I don't know. But I was like, I'm gonna wake up fucking super early, 6 o'clock in the fucking morning. I'm gonna start working out, and you know I'm gonna stop masturbating, and I'm gonna start like I didn't even say I was gonna eat healthy. I don't know if I did start eating healthy or what. But my dad was feeding me chicken a lot at the time. He was feeding me chicken a lot, which I think really helps with your like fucking diet. I don't know if I was still like not eating junk food. I doubt I was. I think I was still eating like sugary shit and like Gatorade and shit like that, and like juices and shit like that. Cause I'm a very sweet person. I'm fucking well, literally, but also like like sweet as in cool, but and sweet isn't like I like sweets. I really do. Like I used to have hella cavities because of fucking how many sweets I have, which is another reason why you should stop eating like junk food. Which I've stopped. I'm not doing that anymore, and I will still be playing video games. So really, the only self improvement things I was doing is I was waking up earlier, going to sleep earlier, fucking like working out more, not fapping. Those are the four things I was doing, which is good. It's way better than before. And so I just kept doing that all fucking summer long, which is about 2 months. It took me 2 months to build a body. Went back to school. The first 2 weeks of going back to school, I got a fucking girlfriend. And before that, before that, freshman year, I had a girlfriend too, freshman year. Now I'm thinking about it. But we only lasted like 2 weeks. After that, and I think she only did it. I don't know why she went out with me. I don't know what I had back then that made her want to go out with me, but it's probably something along the lines of probably taking care of her child because she had a fucking child at the time. And maybe she thought I was gullible or some shit, and I don't know. But I remember why she broke up with me. It wasn't because of like me or like my face or nothing like that or anything about that. It's because I wasn't like really. I wasn't comfortable being around her. And it's not because of her, but it was because of me. Like literally, I'll be sitting next to her on the fucking bus, and the previous day before, I knew that I didn't like either take a shower and put on deodorant, or I did take a shower, I just didn't put on deodorant. This was my freshman fucking year, so I just got out of fucking middle school. So it was like this for middle school too. I would keep forgetting to put on deodorant. I would keep forgetting to like take showers or like wouldn't want to take showers, and I still had this like bad mindset of just like forgetting to do healthy fucking like keeping up with my hygiene. I brush my teeth, but sometimes I would be forgetting to brush my teeth, and then there was something about during sophomore year that changed that. Actually, it was more towards. Actually, what's crazy was after this breakup. It was after this breakup that made me want to start like being more hygienic and shit because I realized that the reason I didn't want to be around her was because I didn't want her to smell how bad I was. She never complained about it. She never said anything about it. But like I could feel like the fucking must. It's bad when it's it's bad when you can feel the fucking must and you can smell it yourself. And I was like, God, I fucking smell horrible. I can't let her fucking smell me. I can't let her I can't let her smell me because that'll be fucking embarrassing and all this shit. And I can't let her like uh see that or smell that I'm bad and then wriggle with me that way. So I would literally distance myself from her. She'll be sitting next to me, and I'll be all against like the fucking like the corner part, right? And I'll be all against like the corner part and shit, trying to like hide my stench, and then she'll be over here to, like trying to love on me and shit. And then I would just keep backing up and shit as if I was scared. Another thing, I kind of was scared of women at the time because she had asked me to kiss her, and I was like, I couldn't do it in front of this other guy, which this guy had a crush on her, which means I really should have fucking kissed her because I think after we broke up, them two started dating. So I think if I kissed her when I should have, and not been like so fucking like an afraid little fucking bitch, then that party would have never happened. So her whole thing of why she broke up with me was because I wasn't being physical enough, which makes sense. I wasn't cuddling with her. I wasn't really hugging her. I wasn't really touching her, and that really doesn't show signs of affection. But again, I couldn't because I smelled so bad, and so after that, I was like, I don't know why. Like I was saying to myself, like I know why she broke up with me because I smelled bad, and I'm never gonna smell bad again. I'm always gonna put on deodorant, and that's what I got now. Thin lines of it, which I don't understand this shit because I've been putting like hella fucking deodorant. Like over time, as my arms are just like down and shit, it like crunches up into little like fucking balls and shit, and like sticks to my armpit hair, which is kind of nasty to fucking talk about. Like, sorry if this is like fucking TMI or some shit, but um. But yeah, so like, but I still like put on deodorant. I use body wash. I wasn't using body wash in the shower. I think I was taking showers, but I wasn't putting on body wash. And I don't know why that was. I just didn't understand what body wash was, and I wasn't like used to using it. And before that, it was even worse in middle school. In middle school, I hated taking showers. I literally like my mom would tell me to take a shower, and I would skip it because I didn't want to take the time to take a shower. Don't worry, this improves because it'd be kind of fucking gross if I didn't. But right, anyway, so I taking showers and then I started like actually using soap because before I wasn't using soap, and that would usually lead to stench. Which hold up, yep, I still smell good. So somehow the fucking deodorant is still working, even though it's like a fucking line. It looks like it's just like a line. That's kind of nasty to see, but it looks like a line of fucking deodorant. But I put on like fucking hella fucking things of deodorant. I had no problem doing it. It's just it's habit now. Same thing with taking showers and brushing my teeth. Like, see the white? They're pretty fucking white. I still see a little bit yellow for some reason, but they're white. And honestly, I need to start brushing my teeth at night too, because I only do it in the morning. I'm supposed to do it at night and daytime. It's not too bad. I've seen niggas with fucking yellow teeth that look like this fucking color. Like, it's been fucking bad. That were my age. That are my age now. Another thing, keep up with your fingernails. Mine are kind of like growing out right now, but I keep them short. Before, I did not clip them. I hated clipping my nails because I hate like the fucking texture feeling that you get after you clip your nails. It was just something that bothered me, and I don't know what it was at the time, but it was something that bothered me. It doesn't bother me now. Again, I take baths, I take showers, I clean myself. Take showers, I clean myself. I actually put on soap, put on body wash, spray cologne if need be, like if I'm going out or some shit. put on deodorant, especially if I'm going out. I put on like extra deodorant. Usually I do about like 30 fucking swipes of deodorant each arm. I used to do like 50. That's how bad I wanted to not smell bad. I used to do like fucking 50 swipes each armpit. I used to do 100 swipes each armpit. I'm not bullshitting. Not bullshitting you. I would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fucking all the way to 100 swipes of deodorant each arm. It got so bad I started like running out of deodorant like every week or like week and a half. Deodorant is supposed to last a little bit longer, but that's how much I wanted to like self improve. So I started actually like being more hygienic and shit, so I could be around girls. Started working out. Started like I think I did start to read a little bit more. I used to just like I'll be so tired after working out. I think I'll just pass out. I don't know what it was, but I knew I was working out. I knew I still played games sometimes, but I knew I was working out. At least I think so. Because I don't remember stopping like playing games. Stopping to play games. Now I'm thinking about it. But I think I played games because that sounds like me. Working out and play games. But, point is, I got a big body. I got a nice body. First 2 weeks of going to school, junior year, I got a girlfriend. I grew up my hair. I got a different hairstyle, so I wasn't looking bummy. I didn't have like this fucking fro. I hate this fro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hate this fro. I hate this hair fucking style. Like it'll look better picked out. I lost my pick, so. But it'll look better picked out and combed and if I had a fresh fade and shit like that. I don't have that right now. I have to go get a haircut. Like I don't have money to get a fucking haircut, so I have to wait till I get money. Like I'm fucking broke right now. That's one of the things I'm trying to fucking fix too. We'll get into that another video. But yeah, so I forgot what was it. I lost my fucking train of thought. Anyway, oh yeah, so I ruined my fucking hair. I hate this fucking hair. So I got this like fucking hairstyle where I like, cause one day the barber, cause my dad had like a private barber that would cut both of our hairs, cause he was a friend of my dad's, a real good friend of my dad's, and he would come over. They would chill. He would always come over drunk, like occasional few times. But even while this nigga was drunk, he would still cut our hair like flawlessly. He was a good barber. But we hated when he was drunk because he would fucking talk for ages. But anyway, that's not the point. He would come over, cut our hair, and then one day he started sponging it, and he like got these little curls and shit, right? I was like, yo, that's kind of cool because at the time I was looking at getting dreads. So then I kind of like, actually no, what I wanted was a flat top. I always wanted a flat top, and then for some reason I wanted to like dye it blue, and I wanted like the colors to like go from blue, light blue, and like the blue would keep getting lighter and lighter until the top was like white. And I thought that was super fucking cool. That would have been fucking corny as hell. I would have looked like a fucking clown. I would look like that nigga Fresh from Subway Surfers and shit. And so I was but that's what I thought. And then so I was like, oh, so I had a flat top, wanted a flat top. And then I got the flat top, grew my hair out. Oh, so I didn't have like this bald fade anymore. I grew my hair out, and then my dad was like, you gotta do something with that hair. You gotta make it like, you gotta style it now. I was like, what do you mean style it? He was like, do something to it. And I was like, okay. And then, so he was talking to his barber friend. He was like, hey, my son wants to, kind of like, not, he didn't say this in the exact words, but it's pretty much like, can you like, kind of like, like spaz up his hair, like make my hair like look cooler, look better, or some shit like that. So the barber pulled out a sponge, the same sponge that I use today. Well, I don't use it anymore because I'm not going for that type of hairstyle. But every once in a while, I'll put a couple curls on my head and shit, make my hair kind of curly and shit if I want to. I had this gel, right? So he used it. This is the same gel he used, and I can still use it today. And I bought so much of that shit, and I'm probably not even gonna fucking use it. But and I'm thinking about it now. I'm thinking like if I use it, I have to wash it out like right after. But yeah, so he put this gel in my head, right? Not too much. He put this gel in my head, and then he sponged it. The gel was like this locking gel, not locking gel, but like it was similar to locking gel, and like it was like coconut, something something. And so he applied it to my hair, right? Rubbed it in. I dropped something. Okay. Yeah, so he applied it to my hair. He started sponging it, and so it started like twisting itself. And so he kept doing it until it was like super twisted, right? It was like stuck together, right? And then he said, "So keep twisting it, keep like washing it out and twisting it." And so I kept doing that. And so the way that he had sponged it was like he went super. He was like going at it, like it was so, and I had so much hair to where it was like it was kind of long. Like the twist wasn't like tiny twist. It was like about this big. Like it was a big twist. And so me personally, I liked it. I was like, yo, this is fucking cool as fuck. And so I kept sponging it myself. And I'll sponge it, I'll sponge it, I'll sponge it. And so the gel would get tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter until I had what's called, not starter locks. Freeformed. I have freeform dreads. That's not what I wanted. I wanted actual dreads. And now I'm thinking about like getting two strand twists. Either that or dreads, like some thin dreads. I've seen some nice thin dreads before. But anyway, but at the time I had freeform dreads. With freeform dreads, if you don't know, it's pretty much dreads that can go everywhere that aren't like really like formed physically, but more just like naturally. Like depending on how I sponged it myself, the the, the dreads would only like form when a clump of hair will like get twisted together and keep getting twisted together, and so eventually it just like became like this long thing of hair. And I kind of want to show you like an example, but I have to pick up my hair. So this is what I would do. I would go to bed. I would go to bed, wash the gel out, pick my hair out, wake up the next morning. I would apply it on my head, and then I'll sponge the shit out of it. I did this every day. I think I did this every day, and I had to sponge it the same way all around my head. Otherwise, it wasn't gonna look good. But when he did it, he sponged it, and then it looked flawless, looked perfect, it looked great. And then he was pretty much like, keep sponging it, just keep sponging it. And I was like, all right, bet, kept sponging it. Go home, or not go home, take a shower that night, wash my hair. The 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 form of dreads is now like stuck. It's like embedded in my hair. I think it was embedded in my hair. I'm gonna be honest. I forgot what I used to do. I forgot if I washed the gel out or if I kept it in. But I do remember at one point in time. This is last year. Yeah, this was last year. Literally like before December last year. Before I moved down here last year. So I had my hair. and it got to the point to where I was applying the gel to my hair, but I wasn't washing it out anymore because I wanted my hair to stay dreaded in a sense. But that was a bad thing to do because as I kept twisting it and making it like tighter and tighter, and I kept twisting it and twisting it and twisting it, and kept like making it like tighter and tighter and tighter every time I twisted it and shit. My dreads started to like, cause at first when you first did it, they would stick up, but then they started falling down. I started looking crazy. Like I started looking bad almost because the dreads had so much of that fucking gel, which again was like heavy. So much so. For instance, there'll be like this one dread. It was so fulled up with the gel that I was no longer washing out that it started to fall over. It started to fall over more and more and more. And some of them, like the front ones, the front dreads, they would stand up. And some of the ones in the back would stand up, and some of the ones in the corner would like stand up. So some of the dreads would like stand up, which is how I wanted it. I wanted my hair to like stand up and have like spikes on my head, right? But some of them were so fooled up with this gel because I wasn't washing it out no more that they started to slump over because that's what dreads are supposed to do. Dreads fall over. They're not supposed to fall over, but when you get dreads, they're supposed to like kind of like linger down, right, to about like this level, or however long you want them, or whatever, and they're supposed to like hang down. Of course, me, one, I didn't know that, and two, now I know that, which is fine. I still want dreads. It just the freeform dreads was so uneven. So what I mean is, there'll be just one fucking thick ass dread that'll be hanging down on this side, but on this side there'll be this thin ass dread that'll be hanging down. So there's just one thick ass dread, just one thin ass dread, and there's another thin dread, and there's a thick dread, and then another thick dread, and then another thick dread, and then a thin dread. You feel me? And so it wasn't like even, because when you actually get dreads, all the dreads are the same sizes, which is what makes dreads so like uniform and even and like consistent around your whole head. But because I was freeforming, that's what freeforming dreads are. It's pretty much just a group of different sizes of dreads that are in your hair. That's what freeform dreads are. A group of different sizes of dreads in your hair. But when I first started doing it, we all kind of looked similar because there wasn't it wasn't like, how can I say this? It wasn't sticking to as much hair. So like it was barely sticking to hair at the time. But now that I had so much of this fucking sticky ass gel in my head in one of my dreads, every time I twisted it and I never washed the gel out and I just kept it in my head, not only was it getting like kind of embedded into my scalp, but it was like tearing pieces of my hair off and just combining it into the dread, making the dread like super fat and bulky and like and like every time I would like squeeze it and pull, a fucking like fat wad of gel will come out. So like I would pinch it, it'll feel wet. I would pinch it, pull on it, and then a bunch of fucking gel would just come out. And then, but so then I wipe it off my hands. It's like super sticky. I'll wipe it off my head, off my hand, pinch it again, and there's still more fucking gel. Like it was just juiced up with gel. There was so much gel stuck in his head, stuck in my hair because I wasn't washing it out anymore. And I think in the beginning I was washing it out, and then the next day I would apply it back in. But I got so like lazy with, I guess, taking care of them that I was like, you know what? Why don't I just keep the gel in, and then just sponge it? And so the first couple weeks that I was doing it was okay. But then after I kept sponging it, so I was pretty much sponging it, twisting it while keeping the gel in. So of course it's gonna fucking attach to more hair. And so like in the beginning I had like a bunch of natural, normal looking spikes, right? Like cool spikes. Give me a second. Alright, my bad. Anyway, had to stop fucking timer. Um, oh yeah. So they're all like kind of uniform and normal when he first sponged it. When this guy first sponged it. Then, as I like started sponging it myself more and more, and like stopped like washing out the gel. One spike would accidentally end up combining with another spike, and then so they'll be like merging into each other. Some of them will merge okay, they'll combine, and then it'd be like this giant spike or whatever, but it was still like standing up and shit, wasn't as heavy. But then it started combining with like two, three fucking spikes, and then eventually it started getting heavy. Or it would, there would be two dreads, and I kept spinning it, and then those two dreads would combine, and it would be like this fucking this what's the word, like this unnatural kind of like metaformed like like dreads. So it wasn't like a dread supposed to look like this, but it would look like this. Like it would look like it would look like I don't know how to fucking like. So okay, say this is a dread, right? It would look like it would, that's what the top of the dread would look like. The bottom would be singular, so like the bottom would look like this, right? But the top part of it would look like it had two dreads, so it would look like this. It looked like this at the top, and some of them started looking like this. Some of them were like bigger, so they look like this, and so I could feel it. And so the bottom would be like a single piece of dread, but then the top would be like another piece of another dread. Cause then it got eventually like ripped off my head into another dread. So I had dead hair. I had dead hair. That's what it was. That hair that was combined into another dread was dead. It was ripped out of my scalp. It's dead. It's not like I had patches in my scalp, because again my hair was growing. So at the same time of me twisting my dreads and shit, my hair is like growing. So I went to go get actual dreads, and then she made my dreads, and they looked horrible because it was so mismatched and shit, and there was a lot of hair that I had to just like cut off and shit. That I cut them off, and now I got this fucking hair. But at the time, again, I was all about fucking like looking better and shit. But when he first did it, and when I first started like actually like taking care of him, washing it out, which I could probably get those dreads again, but I'm probably not. But let me show you what I'm fucking talking about. I got some pictures. Not only that. this is what I was fucking using. This fucking shit. Then I was using this to like sponge it, right? So this guy was like going heavy at it. He was like kind of hard to do now because my hair, one, is not wet and he doesn't have his locking gel. So it would be like these kind of spikes. Don't know if you guys could see them, but it'll be like super fucking long. I'll probably get them now if I put this in my fucking hair. But the way he also had did it, he had put like a very thin amount. I wanted my hair to be so compact, so not tight together, but I wanted my spikes to be so like solid that I'll put fat fucking amount of this. Like I'll fucking like squirt like I will squirt like a fucking spiral of this shit in my head, and I'll put that all over my head. I was not supposed to put that much. It says don't rinse. So I think I was like rinsing it like every weekend. I would keep it in all week and then I'll rinse it every weekend. I think that's what I had. But after a while, just like, why don't I just keep it in? See, so I can get curly hair. Cause at the time I wanted curly hair like a light skin, but I'm not light skin, so I'm not naturally supposed to have curly hair. But I wanted curly hair, so that's when you fucking did this shit with this, and then I got it. And let me show you some pictures, kind of like my hair, like I guess transformation. This is kind of like what my hair looked like at first. I look like a fucking dumbass. I can't even fucking see it. That's what my hair looked like at first. These are like the spikes, but they're not like tight. They're wet, but they're not tight. Then, oh, this is a good picture right here. They're like this. Oh shit. They were like this. So like the bottom was like a fro. The bottom part was like a fro, but the top part was like it's curly. So the top part was curly and had curls and shit. The bottom part was still froish. And I liked it like that because it kind of felt like I had dreads, or not. It just kind of felt like I had spikes coming out of my hair, and it looked cool. Because I had like this fro. I still have my fro at the bottom, right? But now the top was kind of like spikish, and it just looked way more better like that. And then trying to find a clear picture. Started looking like that. That's just like the back part of my hair. The rest of my hair, like, okay, but like they started looking like that. That's free form dreads, kind of. Like they're starting to fucking form. This is about like 2022. It's about the fucking same year. Then I became like so fucking self-aware of my fucking hair. You just look bad. So like, wait, okay, that was kind of fast. So this is kind of like the hair I had. It was like a fucking rat's nest. Like, I know you can't really see it right there. That's kind of like how my fucking hair was. It used to be up here, but now it was like falling down and shit. So I'm not really standing up anymore. And you kind of can't tell because like the camera view was like not the way I wanted. But yeah. And then I got to cut off. And I got to cut off, and I had fucking short hair. So beginning of this year, It just wasn't good. Let's just put it that way. It wasn't good. Like I said, I could probably do it again if I really wanted to and actually take care of it. Wash it out every weekend or whenever the fuck I'm supposed to wash it out. I forgot how I was supposed to do it. Or maybe just like for the day, curl it up, put this fucking gel in my head, curl it up. Like I had to put like a lot of fucking pressure on my hair when I'm curling it, but yeah, curl it up and shit. And I could probably do it again. Wash it out that night or whatever. I could probably do it again if I wanted to. But I'm so fucking afraid of this shit because I don't want it to fucking fuck up my hair again to where I have to cut it out, and it's so fucking thick and shit that like it's kind of hard to wash out anyway. Like it just is. It's just kind of hard to wash out anyway. Another thing, I actually wasn't washing out my hair at all. Now I'm thinking about it. I'll put this fucking shit on my hair, and then keep it in there, sponge it that the morning of. Like I used to, like I would take showers in the morning too. So when I woke up at 6 o'clock to like make myself more awake, I would take a shower and then I worked out, which is kind of dumb now I'm thinking about it. You should normally want to take a shower, or not take a shower, work out then take a shower. But anyway, I would take a shower. But I would take a shower, put the shit on my hair, sponge it, get it all sticky and shit. So I'm putting more of this shit in here, and I just wouldn't wash my hair. I wouldn't wash my hair at all. And I pretty much didn't wash my hair for about a year. I didn't wash my hair for a fucking year. Damn near. If it wasn't a year, it was fucking long as time. Months. I didn't wash my hair for fucking months. Because I didn't want this fucking gel to go away. Which, even if the gel did, get out of my hair and make my hair, like, froey again, I could just apply it again. Because that first day when he did it, I liked it. I think that was the day before I went back to school. I was fucking with it. And then I kept applying it, and then the gel kept getting mixed in with my hair, and it stayed in there. None of it was getting removed because I wasn't washing my hair. I was still taking showers, still cleaning my body. But as far as my hair, I didn't put no shampoo in it. I think the guy told me not to wash it out. I think he told me not to wash it out or some shit. Maybe he did. I don't fucking remember anymore because it's so long ago. But I'll put that shit in my hair. I wouldn't wash it out. I'll wash my body, wash everything else with soap and with soap and body wash, but I wouldn't wash my hair with shampoo or conditioner. And so it became rugged, it became stupid looking, it became like a fucking bird's nest. It just looked dumb, and at first I was super down with him, super cool and shit, and then it just got fucked up. But when it was looking good and it was styled up real nice and shit, I got a girlfriend. We lasted a long time. We only had to break up because her dad fucking moved. That was the only time we broke up. And yeah, her dad moved. Then the rest of junior year, I was single again. I had some crushes and shit. We'll get into crushes later. That's like a video for next time. Which crushes? I'll tell you about the junior year crush. One junior year crush. We're gonna do that. Cause I have hella crushes all my life. I think we're gonna go with one crush every time, every video. Cause we did a crush last time with that video, so I'm gonna do a crush this time. So every video I'm gonna do a crush that I had and what not to do, and or analyzing that crush or whatever. Again, with the last crush thing with her was I built up hope that was never really gonna come true because I'm gonna be honest, she was just kind of a. And I'm not just saying that because I'm mad that I didn't date her. But like I said, she was cheating on this nigga, right? And she was really giving me fucking mixed signals and shit. Almost just like she liked me, but she didn't like me. You feel me? She wasn't uncomfortable around me. But she always she knew I had a crush on her. Let's put it that way. She knew I had a crush on her. So she would fucking toy with my motherfucking feelings and shit, right? She would toy with my fucking feelings and shit. It made me feel like, oh, she might actually like me back. But then it'd be this constant reminder of she's fucking other niggas. She's not fucking me. She's fucking other niggas. You feel me? I want her to be fucking me. But no, she's not. She's fucking other niggas. And she would like kind of like, she would come over. And at first, this is when I hadn't given up yet. This is when like my crush for her like flourished. But she would come over and I would hate it. I would hate when she came over because I didn't want to see her. I didn't want to have this crush with her. I didn't want to like her. I did naturally. I liked her, but I didn't want to because I knew one, she had a boyfriend, so I couldn't get with her just because of that, and two, she was like way out of my fucking league. I had this mindset that she was out of my league and that I never have a chance with her and shit like that, which is kind of true because she was fucking 18 and I was 14, like 16. I think it was like 16. And so I just thought I never had a fucking chance with her. And then, but she would still like be all fucking friendly and shit, and be all like, yeah, she would be all friendly and shit, and like she would kind of like flirt with me, but she's not flirting with me because she has a man, and you know she just doesn't like me and shit, and I know, and I can sense that she doesn't like me, but I can also, again, she was giving mixed feelings because I felt like she liked me because she was giving me flirting signs, but because she was okay with being around me, she was okay with touching me, she was okay at looking at me. But when it came to like anything, not private, but like I don't know what it was. I think my dad was trying to get me like comfortable with women at the time, so that's why he like invited this girl over, so she kind of like break that shyness around women, which worked. I was no longer shy after women, or shy around women after this girl because she would constantly be over here. Cause remember the last story and why she was over here constantly, but yeah, she would constantly be over there, and so I just kind of like grew comfortable around women, which is good. So then I could actually talk to them. But at first, I just hated her being over there. Eventually, you know, I just was able to cope with it, and you know, I was just kind of like, well, if she's gonna be over here, I mean, like, can't get mad anymore because I can't stop my dad from inviting her. So it is what it is, you know. And but again, at first she was fucking 21. I felt like she liked me. And then she had a boyfriend, and then she would talk about fucking other niggas, which is a fucking red flag, meaning that someone doesn't like you. If they talk about another guy around you, they don't like you. And so, but again, she would be comfortable, and she would hug me sometimes, and oh, she would talk to me this, and she would talk to me in private about this, and you know, she would look at me around this, and you know, she was you know was comfortable just being around me, but we never actually went out together by ourselves or anything like that, and you know, again, it's kind of like my dad was forcing me to be around her, like literally a day that she'll come over, talk to my dad. She had a crush on my dad. Talk to my dad. Then I would be in my room. I would hear her. I'd be like, fuck. And then I would purposely stay in my room. Then my dad would purposely call me out to the living room. And then I'll come out like kind of either blushing, smiling, or like super mad. And then of course this girl would fucking make me like fucking blush. That's literally how bad it was. This girl made me blush. Cause she was like start like she would like make jokes and shit like that. She would like make jokes and shit. And you know, I'll be trying to put on this serious ass face and shit and try to act like a fucking man. I wasn't no man. I was a fucking boy at the time. And I was trying to like put on this angry face and like I'm mad at the world or some shit. I was like, yeah, I keep like a nonchalant face. Now I'm more in control of my emotions. But then she would be like all girly and all feminine and shit. And then like all playful and shit. And that would just like that would like stimulate my mind to be like, oh, she likes me. And then I would like sink down into realization she doesn't like me as she's talking about fucking other niggas. You feel me? So I'll come out acting mad. She would make me happy by acting like she was flirting with me. Then as soon as she would talk about other niggas, I would become sad, which led me to a state of depression. Go back to my room and just not come out. I would literally like take the fucking walk of shame or some shit. I would get up from the table. We're all chilling and shit, calm and shit. Like some nights there were game nights where we're all like fucking around and shit, and I actually wanted to be a part of that because I wanted to be more like connected with my dad and shit. That's a whole different story for another time. But I hope the audio is good on this. By the way, I hope you guys can hear me clearly. I need to start fucking articulating my words. But yeah, and so I would So like sometimes when you play games, I was comfortable with that, and I wanted to be more like around my dad and stuff. So I'll be okay with that. But then sometimes we would chill in there, just talking, and this would bring up fucking other niggas, and then that would fucking like hurt me like morally, not morally, but like I don't know, something inside me was hurt by that, and so I would get up and just leave. I would get up and leave because I did not want to hear that because I liked her. So eventually that just created like this negative like negative habit of me staying in my room the entire night, the entire day, the entire week. I want to come out of my room, especially when she was there. I would try so hard to just ignore my dad. Or my dad called me into the room and I heard her fucking voice, hyper ass voice. I knew she was there. Or I knew she was coming over. And so I would purposely stay in my room. So I guess a lesson for that one, that crush that I have for you guys. Don't put effort into a woman that isn't gonna put the same effort into you because she never really did. Or that's giving you mixed feelings. If she's giving you mixed feelings, or does she like me? Does she not like me? Don't fucking waste no time with it. Because I wasted time. Sometimes I would. Sometimes, like, when we're playing games and shit, I gotta be like a fucking simp. Let her win or some shit. Or, like we did this wrestling fucking match and shit. I told y'all about the last video. I was all fucking happy and shit. And when it came from me and this girl to like wrestle, whatever, I be like fucking happy and shit, all boyish and shit. Like I got in like Christmas presents from Christmas, some shit. Be all happy, or like whenever she's sitting next to me or some shit, I'll be all happy, and I'll be like kind of like angry when she's not, or like again when she's talking to like another guy, or talking about another guy, kind of be like jealous. That's the word, jealous. But then when it's just us two, when she's like sitting in my room or like talking to me while I'm in my room, I'll be all like happy and shit. But like, it was just a whole fucking thing. It was bad. It was bad for me. Don't do that shit. Don't put, especially like, again, partially, some of that was just the fault of my dad. Because I didn't want to be around her again. After I realized that she really didn't like me, I didn't want to be around her. But why would I? Why would I want to be around the person that I like? Men can't just be friends with women. I want to put that out there. We can't. That's a story for, not a story, but that's like a lesson for another video. But just know we can't. Don't settle for that shit. If you like somebody and you realize they don't like you back, don't put no effort into them. And for some reason, even after I realized she didn't like me because she was talking about other niggas, I still have this fucking thing in my head saying, well, maybe I'll just wait for her to break up with her boyfriend, then it can finally be my turn. That never fucking happened. And even if it did, even when it did, it still wasn't my turn because right after that, she found another man, or she had already found this guy. She just wasn't dating him at the time because she did have a boyfriend. So she was just a hoe. So don't waste your time for a hoe. If she's sleeping around with, if you know she likes to sleep around with other niggas, treat her like one of those niggas. Because those niggas do not give a fuck about her. They don't. They don't. Otherwise, they would respect her and her relationship, but they obviously don't. You can have fucking sex with her or whatever the fuck if you manage to get to that point. But if you're thinking about dating her, which I was, or getting into a relationship with her, like I was, imagine that, getting into a relationship with a woman that likes to sleep with guys, even though she's in a relationship. Of course, that guy fucking with ass and trash and shit like that. But like, especially if she's wearing fucking booty shorts to impress niggas like my dad. Because it wasn't for me, it was for my dad, obviously. I like the sight of her in booty shorts, but it was for my dad. I know that. He probably knows it too. Shit, my dad's girlfriend probably knows it. Because eventually, she told her to stop coming around the house. As a matter of fact, them two got into an argument. And they stopped being friends. That's how bad it was. That's how territorial my dad's girlfriend was of him. But yeah, she's doing that shit. She's a hoe. And she's sleeping around with hella niggas. She probably got hella bodies. I knew she had hella bodies because, again, I had to be the one to receive the conversation of her fucking other niggas. Even when I wasn't even in the same room. The walls were so fucking thin that I had to hear that shit anyway. Sometimes I'll be playing the game and I'm so used to eavesdropping now. Actually, it wasn't even eavesdropping. I wasn't even trying to. But I would keep, I don't know if you noticed, but I would keep my headphone off my right ear so I can hear my dad call me if he needs something. So when she was over, I would take my headphone. Well, I would already have my gaming headphone off that ear. But when she came over and she started talking about fucking other niggas, and I wasn't even in the same room, I was in my room. The walls are so thin, I could still hear it. So it was like torture, physical torture. Now I have control over who I hang around, who I'm around, and who I want to hear. But it got to a point to where I just started fucking putting that headphone on my ear. Even if my dad wanted to call me for something, I wouldn't hear it. Cause I just didn't want to hear how many fucking niggas she was fucking, or how she was fucking them, or who it was she was fucking. I just didn't want to hear it. So again, you can fucking have sex with a hoe. Don't get into a relationship and don't think about it. And don't spoil that behavior. Don't be simpish and give her gifts. I didn't give her no gifts, luckily. Thank God. But I did give her this one gift. The gift of my attention. When I should have been a man and just ignored her. Should have just ignored her. She always fucking whittled her way in. Because, again, I liked her. So every time I saw her and she like made a joke, some shit. It wasn't even like a joke, but every time she was like super friendly towards me, I would see it as a sign that she's flirting with me. Even though she was just being friendly, I saw it as flirting. What I should have done, I should have just ignored it. I'm not saying be mean, but just like kind of just be nonchalant with it. Like, cause when she would do that, I'd be like playing along with the shit. She'll be jumping around and shit, and then I'll kind of like be smiling and shit, and just like looking at her and shit. What I should just did, should just like fucking just ignored her, just like kind of when she's doing all that shit. Should have just fucking ignored her. And I didn't really want to be around her, cause I knew it was doing the damaging effect on my brain. Don't waste your time on someone who wouldn't put the same time or effort into you. A woman. She really didn't. You could say she did because again she was like being friendly towards me. So you could say that she was putting in time and effort, but it was toying with my fucking brain because I considered it flirting when it was really just her being friendly, and I didn't know that at the time. So just don't waste your time with someone who's gonna toy with your feelings. Just don't. Now for the new crush. Who did I have a crush with junior year? After my ex. It was gonna be a good fucking. Okay, so there's this one girl in my culinary class I had a crush with. This one's very simple. I took too long. Don't waste your time. Not waste your time, but don't. How can I say it? Don't. Well, actually, this really had nothing to do with me. I had a crush on this girl. I think she had a crush on me too, because she was very physical with me, and she was very like friendly towards me, and she really wanted to be around me, and she would hug me and shit, and she was like, I don't know, she was very like flirtatious toward me. So I knew she liked me, and she knew I liked her and shit. But then she ended up leaving because she graduated early. I had no clue. So she kind of led me astray and shit, thinking I could like probably date this girl or whatever. And then she left. So I don't really think that had nothing to do with me because I can't really stop her from graduating. It's not like she did it to get away from me. It's not like she didn't like me, but she kind of like led me astray. So don't get led astray by thinking something's gonna happen when it's not. Kind of same thing with the other girl. Oh, I remember it now. And I think this was the beginning of senior year. Yeah, senior year. Maybe it was the end of junior year. Yeah, it's the end of junior year. I had another crush with a girl. Well, it wasn't the end. It was kind of like the middle, around December time of junior year. And there was this one girl in my technical theater class I had a crush on. And this is funny as fuck, by the way. So I had a crush on her. I was talking to her. And, I was kind of shy to ask for the Instagram, of course. It took me a while to ask for the Instagram. I don't even think I ever got the Instagram. No, I don't think I ever did. I never got the Instagram, and I never got the number, Snapchat, none of that shit. I would see her on her phone, and I'd be like, I should ask for her Instagram, or I should ask for a number or whatever. But I never grew like the fucking balls to actually ask for her. Which you would think over the summer I had I had grew the mentality. That's all I word. Mentality to do it, to ask for a number. I never did. I don't know, because once again I was not shy of talking to women. I grew out of that shyness. So I wasn't scared to talk to women, but like as time grew on, I guess, because in the beginning of junior year, I was hot. I was talking, I was on fucking like, I was talking to everybody. Like I was on that timing. I was talking to all the hoes. That's a bad word. All the women. Yeah, I was talking to all the women, and but then I guess like as time grew, that nervousness like crept back in somehow. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I started talking to less and less girls because after my ex, I was kind of like not depressed, but I was like sad, kind of. And so it kind of took me a while to like get back into like that motivational drive to keep talking to women and shit. And so That fucking, I don't know, this that nervousness came back in. But anyway, so I was just like, I'll just talk to her every tech theater class, and then try to get to know her, and try to date her and shit like that, and try to ask her out or some shit. So I don't know if I actually asked her out or I just asked for like her Instagram or whatever, or maybe I invited her out to like the movies or some shit like that. But she rejected me. I forgot if I actually fully asked her out or not. But even if I did, or maybe just asked for Instagram. But even if I did, I knew she rejected me because, man, I forgot what it was. I forgot what it was, but I did something. She rejected me, or she didn't want to go out with me, or something like that. A couple weeks later, oh no, I did ask her out. I said, yeah, yeah, because I would walk her to class. Yeah, that's right. I'll walk her to class, hug her goodbye. But I did this with all the females that I'm attracted to. I walked into class. I can't do this in college. I can't do this in college because like the classes are like way too way too far from each other. I can't do this in college. I'm not in college now, but when I go to college, I can't do it. But I walk her to class and I will hug her. That's what I did with any girl that I like. That's what I did with my ex, and that's what I'm doing with her. Kind of trying to be more around her more and be more physical. And she wasn't afraid of touching me. If a girl doesn't want to get hugged or is afraid of touching you, they don't like it. But she was okay with me hugging her. And I started, so I did it for like a week or so. And then I think one day I asked her out. And sometimes when I was hugging her and shit, her friends were like watching in the background. So I kinda like made it like awkward and maybe nervous and shit. And like sometimes I wouldn't want to hug her when her friends were watching the shit. And I don't know what it was with me. Now I don't give a fuck. I do not care. I don't care. I'll fucking do whatever. I don't give a damn. But back then, it was something about it when other people are watching me. I just, it's awkward. You don't want to be fucking kissing a girl and shit while everybody's looking at you. I mean, like, except for my ex, I was kissing her in front of everybody, and I grew less nervous about that. But that's not the point. Anyway, back to the subject. So one of the days I asked her out. I'm like, I kind of like you, and you know, I wanted to see you want to be my girlfriend, and the corny shit, the corny shit. Should have just said I want you to be mine. Looking at that wouldn't have worked. Anyway, but she said, I actually have feelings for somebody else. Cool, cool, all right. No hard feelings. I ain't get angry. Kept it straight up with me, and yeah. But I did ask who. I think she name dropped. She should have never name dropped. She said this nigga name. He had a cool ass name, but I'm gonna name him Knight, which is related to his name, by the way. But I'm gonna call him Knight. So she had a crush on this dude named Knight, and one of my friends, let's call him Jack. One of my friends, Jack, he he knew Knight, and so now I knew who it was that she had a crush on. I ain't tell him. I ain't want to ruin it. I ain't tell him that this girl had a crush on Knight, even though I kind of knew him because one of my friends knew him, but I ain't tell him. Anyway, so they start dating. Couple weeks, like literally like a week after that, they start dating. A week after that, they break up. Let me tell you something. I'm fucking. I'm not happy that they broke up, but I'm just fucking like dying of laughter, and like I could see she was kind of like sad and depressed. So I could tell Knight broke up with her. And I asked my friend Jack what happened with Knight and this girl, and he said that Knight broke up with her. And so I'm over here like, bruh, I'm trying to save you from the streets, and you just don't want to be saved. But again, don't save them. They don't want to be saved. You know, couldn't fucking help. Couldn't save her. Couldn't help her. It's fucking funny. I could tell this nigga was a fuckboy. I could tell just by his hair. He had like this. He wasn't black. He was like Mexican, and he wore like these fucking like boots sometimes. And he was like kind of cowboyish with it. He didn't have the hat, but he would like wear these like ranchero boots and like talked a little country. He had like this like he had a parted hair, so he had like that who looks like him? Who looks like him? Not Tom Holland. Well, yeah, a little bit like Tom Holland, but it wasn't the same color. It wasn't black or it wasn't blonde. It was like bleached. It was like orange. It was like orange hair. So yeah, bleached it, but it was like orange. But it kind of looked like it was like parted and shit. And so I could tell he was a fuckboy. I didn't want to tell her that, but I could tell. And then I could tell like after they broke up, she was like sad and like depressed. Boy, I wasn't happy, but like I was just laughing my ass off. Like internally, I was like, bro, that's low key what you get, cause like, why would you date that nigga? I guess you could say I was happy, but it was just funny to me. It was funny. It was hilarious to me, cause I was like, damn, you know, if it was me dating you, I wouldn't have broken up with you. I would have treated you right. So I kind of like seen her face, like she had like regret. That's what it was. I could see she had regret, and that she was sad, and that she was kind of like, damn, should have dated Cameron. Or maybe she wasn't thinking that. I don't know, but all I do know is that they broke up, and when they did, I had already lost feelings. I lost feelings that quick. I wasn't gonna do the fucking Triana thing of, oh yes, they broke up. Now's my chance. Nope. Fuck. I just let her be. I let her be. I didn't ask her, man, how do you feel? Or I wasn't giving her none of that sympathetic bullshit. I wasn't about to like swoop in or some shit and save her again or some shit, because I didn't want to be like, you know, oh man, I'm so sad, you know, well, maybe we can, you know, talk about it and shit, hoping to go out with her. You know, if she rejects you, she rejects you. That's it. But again, I was fucking laughing my ass off, man. I wasn't happy, but like it was just a gleeful thing to see, because I was like, damn, how the tables turn. How the tables turn. Now you sad. You broke. I'm up. And I was up because I was chilling for real. Actually, I think I was talking to somebody else at the time. Yeah, that's when I was talking to this new girl, or not the girl that I was telling you about before that graduated early. That's when I started talking to her. So, as they broke up, I'd already moved on. I started talking to another girl, which is really how you cope with that. If you like somebody and they start dating someone else, talk to another girl. That's how you fix that. That's the lesson. For that. If you like a girl and they reject you and go out with somebody else, or they just start dating someone else when you like them, talk to another girl. Don't obsess over them. Don't think about them all day. Don't think about what could have been. Don't think about none of that. Build yourself up and start talking to another woman. Two things will happen. One, you either get the other woman you're talking to, or the woman before gets broken up with and starts regretting the fact that they didn't date you. And sometimes they'll chase after you. And then they'll be like, what could have been? Instead of you being like, what could have been. So, that's it really. Be a man.